Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Today we are playing Train Fever. Hopefully what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a bit of a series on this. I've been playing it for a couple of months. It's a decent game, it's a good laugh. And it's like Transport Tycoon, which wins in my book. So first off, we start a new game. So you've got your normal rubbish. Small, medium, large size, flat terrain, everything like that. Keep it on flat, it's a nightmare if it's not flat. Especially to start off with. Difficulty easy. Start here at 1850, and we'll go for a large map. Let's see how it goes. Have a look. Seed. Let's put Christoff. There we go. Do that. Start a new world. Choo choo. Okay, so everything's loading. Takes a little bit to load, but once it does, it runs pretty decent. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice. They just introduced a new patch about a month or so ago, which is an American version of it, where you get like American kind of trains and things like that. It's decent. Actually, I quite like it. But here we go. We're playing on the European version because I like that one. Simple as that. So I'm nearly there. Just creating towns takes its time, especially with a large map as well. You have to create everything. The medium ones and stuff don't take too much. And here we go. Here we go. Like I said, I've been playing this for a couple of months now. It's a really nice game. It's really good. Definitely worth a couple of quid putting towards it. So here we go. Let's get rid of this. So here we go. Here's your world. Well, my world. A very big size. Nice size. Decent amount of towns. So far it's so good. Okay, so if you've never played the game before, but you've played other ones like Sid Meier's Transport, the trains and things like that, Transport Tycoon, other programs like that, it's a bit like that. It's a bit like that. You know, you got your cities, your industries, which are just down here, things like that. Sawmill. And you move stuff backwards and forwards, create a transport network hub and all that kind of stuff, and do that. So let's start playing, shall we? So first off, what I like to do is try and create like things between cities. So here we've got Horton Rees and Ringwood, Crawley, Knutsford. There we go. Blakewell, Barnes, stuff like that. Stuff like that. I like saying that. I've just realised that's not good. Okay, so what I usually do is start like a bus network inside a city or inside a town. It's a good way of getting some cash together. So let's start that. Up here, your rail, your road networks, and your landscaping and things like that. But we want a bus network. So let's just have a look. You kind of have to plan ahead in the game as well. So if I'm going to connect these two, Ringwood and Horton Rees or whatever it is, together, there's no point me banging everything on this side of the city, because I'll have to go all the way around with the trains and all that kind of crap. So if I do something, say here, I could do a nice train network going from there all the way around to Ringwood, and effectively I'm going to create like a big circle network between these 5 towns as well, which all have independent bus things in between. So basically what we'll try and do today, we'll try and get a bus route in Horton Reeds down here, and maybe up in one in Ringwood, and then connect them together with a train. That should be enough for episode 1, but we'll see for now. So let's have a look. You got your roads as normal, as of every other game and all that kind of stuff. And I like to try and make like a circular route around the city. So we can do it like that. Simple as that. Just makes life a lot easier later on. And also, as you come out of towns, you've got the like kind of undeveloped network of roads. If you go to this one here, which is an upgrade, you can just upgrade the roads. There's no point destroying them, things like that. And it also helps with infrastructure, which is good for your city. It helps promote growth. So there we go. So let's get these these down. So we've got road depot. You've got two different kinds. You've got your road, and then you've got your tram depot. We want one of these. No, I don't want a station. Cocking up already. There we go. Different types of stations. These are passenger ones. You've got cargo ones as well. Let's build that. Depots. That's where your buses come out of there. Do that one there. And while we're here, we might as well build a train station. Just to make sure everything fits. It's a nightmare when you build up stuff and it doesn't fit. So I'll stick with 2 tracks to start with. If we build a road off a little bit, say there, or maybe not, like that. There we go. Then we can. Here we go. Your train stations and stuff have to sit on the end or on the side, obviously. So you can't just like bang it there and rotate it around and then join it later. You've got to kind of do it straight away, which is a bit of a pain. But there we go. That should do. Just make sure my tracks can go around. Yeah, they can. That's good. Okay, anyway, bus route. So we've got our depot. That's where our buses come out of. And we've got our first stop, which is here. Now, buses travel on the right hand side of the road. What they're doing in here anyway. So if you follow from there, they're going to go out and then they're going to go onto the right hand side of the road. So they're going to go this way around. So we'll do that first. So we've got one stop there. Let's fire another one all the way over there. So we want to do like a nice circular route. I tend not to bother about the stuff inside as much, because we can always just do it like an inside network later. But today I'm going to slightly ignore that and go down here, around there. I thought I'd done that wrong for a second. I'm just checking. No, that's right. That's okay. And then backed up to there. So those are our stops. So once you've got those down, now if you click down here, it's manage lines. This is where you're going to be making all your routes, railroads and tram, road, everything. So once we've got those, usually I keep that up because I'll explain later, but click on new line, and here we go, line 1. You can name them how you wish. I tend to be very lazy and just not bother, because when you zoom out you can see the lines of the different colours. When you get tons of lines, it does become a bit of a pain in the ass, but for now it doesn't matter. So add station, make sure that's clicked. We'll start off here, click to there. We want to go all the way around here. You just click on the stops, and the game will figure it out and work it out the best route for you. So do that around there, and then down there, around there, back up to the main one. There we go. So 8 stops. That's it. That's where your buses are going to go. As simple as that. So that's line 1. So now we need buses. Click on here. Go to the bus depot. Buy road vehicles. So click that. When you start off in the early stages, you've only got 2. You've got your horse wagon and your stagecoach. Now, I like to try and keep my times of my buses down to about a minute or so, or maybe a couple of minutes, 2, 3 minutes, which I'll explain in a second. So for this kind of size, I'll buy 3. So we've got 3 of those in there. All done. Now, once you're bought, you can do a couple of things. You can set all the lines straight away, and all the little stagecoaches will run out all at once and then run around your village or your town. But they'll be right close to each other, which is a pain in the ass because you don't want that. You want them to all nicely be spaced around. So you've got all your individual vehicles here, so you can set them off one by one. We go to your line, and there it is. That's line 1. That's the one in our little village here. Click on that one, set line. Off it goes. There we go. There's our little stagecoach. Yay. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, so there we go. That's one. if you look up here, you've got your frequency. So that's how long it takes for your little stagecoach to get all the way around your village. And like I say, we want it around 3 minutes, maybe a little bit less. It depends. I like mine at 3 minutes or around that. Other people do it at 1 minute or 10 minutes or 30 minutes or whatever. It's completely up to you. Find your way to play the game yourself, and you'll be much happier. So at the moment we're minus $215. It's not good. It's not good at all. But over time it will become profitable. So here we go. There's our first little passenger stood down there. Let's have a look at him. Ooh, bit of lag there. There he is. Hello. So we're just going to wait for our bus to just wander around the village. Once it gets to about here, I'll fire out the next one. So we go to road vehicle 2, click on line, and wait for a second. I think it's really important to space these vehicles out. Otherwise, you're just going to get everything going at once. I don't know if it matters that much, as in game mechanic wise, because the frequency is still the same, but it matters to me. So there we go. Another one's gone out. I'm starting to get a few more passengers around the village, which is nice. Let's just wait another minute or two. Road vehicle 3, line there, and we'll just wait for a little minute or two till it goes around here. So yeah, the detail of the game is pretty decent. I quite like it. All these little people, you can click on them. Oh, hello, and everything like that. These going home, but they all have their own little individual workplace. They travel to and fro to work. They travel to other cities as well. So it is actually kind of like supply and demand. Some more stuff that you build in the village, or the computer builds in the village, let's say. The more you want to influence growth, the more people, the more traffic, the more people you get, and all that kind of stuff, which is brilliant. So there we go. There's another one off. I think I've probably done this a little bit too close because I wasn't watching what I was doing, because those are together. But hey ho. So we've got your frequency down to 3 minutes. So there we go. That's one line done. So let's figure out where we're going to go to next. Let's do Ringwood. Probably should do Barnes actually. No, sod it. Let's do Ringwood. There we go. So let's have a look. So we've got our train that's going to go here. So we want to have our station and stuff around here. So let's get rid of that. Let's connect these up here. Just connect those up. Yeah, let's do that. So then we've got a nice ring road round. Let's just see where I want this train station. So plan ahead. It is important to plan ahead. The more kind of simple stuff you could do now will save you a lot. Oh look, yay! That stuff is in profit. Anyway, so the more you can do now to kind of get your shit sorted, I was going to say, but that's kind of true. The easier it will be in the long run, and cheaper. And we all like stuff being cheaper. So there we go. Let's put that there. Another station. Put that one there. And you can go there as well. So there we go. So let's create a traffic network. So come out there, stay on the right hand side, down there, down to there. On there, housing, to there, and to there. There we go, simple as that. So we don't have to open anything, it's already open. View line, add station's already clicked. So we'll start there, and we'll go to there, to there, to there, 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 and there. And it automatically goes back to the end anyway. So there we go. Line 2 complete. Create 5 road vehicles. Three more stagecoaches. Let's see if I can get this right this time rather than not paying attention and cocking it up. We've got someone out, line 2, off it goes. So here we go, we're already making 21k on that that line, which is really nice. Gives some good income. I find bus routes at the start are really good money makers, especially when you get your train backwards and forwards as well. So here we go, another one's going out there. About to set another one off. That's that one. One more. And then we'll start building our train station. Just get in there. I say, if you played kind of games like Transport Tycoon and like the Sid Meier's train stuff, I can't remember what it was, then you're already sorted. You're already sorted. You know what you're doing. It's just kind of the mechanics and the way you need to plan ahead. But it's good. It's good. So there we go. One bus network there. One bus network there. And now we just need to connect our trains together. So first off, I'll start with just a single line. It's easier to do that. That way, if we end up doing like 2 lines on a big like circular, you could have one as passenger and then you could have one as goods, or however you want to do it. I find though the most important thing to do is to do small sections. If you don't do small sections, you're usually paying tons more for your rail, which I'm not quite sure how it works it out. Maybe it's kind of the terrain following thing. There we go. And just if you're close to another road, you probably can't do stuff. You get collision detection. And there we go. Also, look for the speed. That's going to be a massive thing for you later on in the game. Obviously, at the moment, your trains are slow, but as the years go by, you're going to start getting faster and faster trains. And if you created a track that's windy, or too windy should I say, and with a really low speed at 20 mile an hour, you're buggered. There's no point having really fast trains with a really slow track. Obviously you can dig everything up and restart everything again, but if you've already got the infrastructure there in the first place, then it's done, isn't it? So here we go, the 2 stations are together. We're making some nice cash there, which is beautiful, and we just need to put a depot on. Now you can do a depot kind of here in the middle, which actually what we'll do a depot here in the middle. Let's just do a bit of track coming off here like that. Like that. There we go. And another one to join it. So I'm getting collisions, you see, building 2 steps. That's rubbish. Let's not do that. Or maybe, let's try and do it in 2 steps like it's saying. There. You make sure you get right on the end as well. Sometimes it doesn't work. It's a bit of a pain. Ah, there we go. Because there's a bit of a terrain problem there. That's why. There's a little hill I had to go down. There we go. So let's build our depot. Bang on the end. Bang. There we go. Now, when your train comes out, then onto your station, unfortunately, you don't need to have it turned around. It just flips to the station, which is a little bit annoying, but a lot of games do that. It is annoying that they do that. Why don't they just have a little circle that turns it round? I don't know, but hey ho, it's just my own little personal peeve that does my head in. New line. So let's go to there, and then to there. There we go. Our first train line. Get a train. by trains. So at the start you only have one engine, different types of wagon. So you've got your people carriages, your open wagon which has coal or goods wagon, obviously goods, tank wagon does your oil, and a stake car does wood. So we want one of them, which is our train, and then our people car. So it carries 6 passengers, so I like to have 5. You know, it's a decent amount of people, carry 30 at once. It's not a huge huge distance between, but it's easy enough to upgrade later on. So there we go. So we can set our line for that one, set that going, and here we go. I'll just slow the time down a little bit. It's our first train. You can click on it and then click on the little crosshairs, and we can follow our first train all the way to the station. In fact, let's do that. So here we go. We'll speed up time, I won't make you do it slowly. Choo choo! So we've got nearly like 45, 80 to 90,000 income, which is really nice. We'll soon pay for all these trains, because that'll hit at a loss for quite a while. So it's good to have money covered for that, because you don't want to go in the red straight away. It's not good. You start with a £3 million debt anyway. It's easy to repay that. 3 million's now in this game. So here we go, coming into the station. There's no one there. He's all alone. There we go. And we're there. An annoying little flip like that, which does my head in, but hey ho. Choo choo. Okay, so that's that. One thing I do need to mention, and this is coming a little while back, and it's absolutely brilliant, and it makes life a million times easier later on when you've got, you know, 40-50 lines, which is easy enough to manage, kind of. But anyway, here we go. Up in your manage lines, these circles, if you click on one, this is your vehicle replacement tab. Now this is absolutely brilliant. So when your trams, trains or whatever, you start to get old, start to run down and stop working. Now it's a pain in the ass to have to go through everything, put all the trams or the trains or the buses into the I'm trying to play depot. That's the one. Put them in the depot, you know, sell them off, buy new ones, assign lines, all that kind of crap. This way, all you have to do is click set vehicle, stagecoach, because that's what we've got at the moment. Check it every, you know, 10-15 years or whatever, and upgrade and select a different road vehicle, so you've always got the new kind of vehicle, whatever you want on the road. Click OK, and then click yes. So that replaces the vehicles automatically when the age gets to 100%. So once it's got to its lifespan for 100%, it goes and does it all itself. Buys a new one, costs 20k to do it. Simple as that. You don't have to worry about it. If you really want to micromanage a game and do it all, you know, by yourself, then go for it. But that's not my kind of game. And you can change it so 125% of its lifespan, 150 to 200 if it's absolutely knackered, or I'm not quite sure where you'd want 25% if you really wanted to be anal about having brand new vehicles. But there we go. There we go, we'll do that one with that one. And just do that. That one. Perfect. We'll do it with the train as well. Ooh. On this, you just have to do your engine. It says 25 years lifespan, but on the carriages, but I'm not quite. Maybe it does the carriages. I've never got to that point. So we can do that. Oh, we can. Oh, we can. It's me being a knobhead. There we go. Done. There we go. So when you reach 100%, it will change everything itself. Perfect. There we go. So we've got we've got people. Look at that. See, people at a station. People are waiting at a bus stop. Where's he going? He's going to work via line 2. There we go. Perfect. And we've got people at a station as well. Line 3's 2 people. Let's see how we do in this other side. There's a train going down. Anyone there? Nobody there yet. But he might be dropping somebody off. Let's just wait and see. There we go. There we go. So 2 people. Where are they going? They go to the station. They are. So passengers. Perfect. Okay, and new stuff is being built, which is nice to see. There we go. So a nice, healthy, so far, line. We're running at a slight loss at the moment, but as the lines start to pick up and people start realising that they can go between the cities, more and more people will come. And there's only 2 at the moment, but we'll get there eventually. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw that this episode to a close, and I'll let it run for 5 or 10 minutes on high, just to get this this line up to speed and show you kind of what 10-15 minutes, you know, how much of a difference it actually makes to things. Look, let's just there. There's tons of people coming now. So anyway, thank you everyone for watching. Episode 2 should be up very, very soon. But anyway, thank you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.